Jake, I've got a joke for you.
Go on, hit me.
Right, you ready? So, you got 3 leprechauns. You got Timmy, Tommy, and Johnny. Now, one thing I will just preface is that in the world of leprechauns, in the realm of leprechauns, it's very esteemed to have the smallest thing, right? So,
I'd be a great leprechaun.
with humans, we want the biggest everything. With leprechauns, they all want the smallest everything. So you got Timmy, Tommy, and Johnny. They're all sitting in the pub, starting to warm up, having some pints of Guinness. Now, Tommy looks at Timmy and he says, Timmy, I've only just noticed, but I think you might just have the tiniest little hands I've ever seen in my whole entire life. So Timmy says, you really think so, Tommy? You really think I've got the tiniest little hands you've ever seen in your whole life? And Tommy says, yeah, I really do, Timmy. I think you should run on down to Guinness Book of World Records, it's just down the road there, and I think you should go and tell them that you think you got the tiniest little hands in the whole wide world and get it verified. So Timmy does, he runs out the pub and he skips down to the Guinness World Records Centre just down the road. And about 10 minutes later he bursts in the door. He says, Tommy, you got the tiniest little... And he's overjoyed. So they celebrate with a couple of Guinnesses. And then later on in the evening, Timmy says to Tommy, he says, Tommy, I've only just noticed you might just have the tiniest little feet that I have ever seen in my life. And Tommy says, no way, Timmy, you really think so? And Timmy says, yeah, Tommy, you got the tiniest little feet I've ever seen in my whole life. I think you should do what I did, go straight down to the Guinness Book of World Records store and go get it verified. And Tommy says, I might just do that, Timmy. And he bursts out the door and he runs down. Comes back 10 minutes later and he's overjoyed. He's got the tiniest little feet in the whole wide world. He says, Timmy, you were right. There's the tiniest little feet they'd ever seen in their whole... So they're all cracking pints down, having a while of a time, celebrating, having the smallest hands, having the smallest feet. And after all these pints of Guinness, Johnny and Timmy both need a waz, so they go to the toilet. And as they're having a piss, Timmy looks over at Johnny. He says, Johnny! Johnny says, yes, Timmy. Timmy says, I think you might just have the tiniest little penis that I have ever seen in my entire life. He says, I've never in my entire life seen such a tiny little penis. That thing might just be the smallest penis in the entire world. I think you should go on out here once you've finished your wee piss, go straight down to the Guinness Book of World Records store and go get it verified. And Johnny says, no, you really think it could be the tiniest little willy you've ever seen in the whole world? Timmy says, honestly, Johnny, I wouldn't lie to you. So Johnny finishes his piss, he makes his way to the Guinness Book of World Records. And he's gone about 20 minutes. When he comes back, the door opens slowly. And Johnny's looking down at the ground and he comes in with his hands swinging by his sides. He's walking all slow. Timmy says, what happened, Johnny? Did you not have the teeniest little willy in the whole world? And Johnny looks up and he says, who the fuck is Jake Burr?
There's no need for that, is there?